distinguished Toastmasters, and puppets. Welcome, welcome to our Facebook open forum. Facebook, knowing more about Facebook, how to make Facebook work for you in Toastmasters. And our expert presenter today is none other than the Facebook guru herself, Nancy Wilkins. Help me welcome our presenter, Nancy Wilkins.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us this morning to learn more about Facebook. As you know, Facebook is the way to go, especially if you're only meeting online or having hybrid meetings. You need to reach out to the community. So I'm going to share with you today some tips on Facebook. And I will start by sharing my screen. Perfect. I want to make sure you can all see that right. Can somebody give me a thumbs up? Make sure you can see it right. Perfect. Awesome. So thank you for joining us today to learn more about Facebook. Facebook can help you reach out into the community to find more members for your club. Since this is a forum, what we'll do is I'll go through the entire presentation and then I will take your questions at the end. So have them all ready. When we get to the end, I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And I commend you all for taking the time to come here today. I know this is an optional seminar, but I think you'll learn some tricks to the trade that will help you reach out into the community and take your club to the next level. With the information I present today, you'll be able to connect with people in your area who are learning the value or are yet to learn the value of Toastmasters and how Toastmasters can help them enhance their lives, both professionally and personally. I have designed this presentation to be a starting point to help you understand why Facebook is important and how to start connecting through social media. I'll give you a disclaimer though, because I'm not a social media expert. I don't do this for a living. I mostly learned from attending Facebook seminars and also from trial and error, and I have to say mostly error. And I use it frequently on my business Facebook page. But I encourage you all to take what you learn and experiment and work with it and see what works for you. I can assure you that you can't break the Facebook platform, and you will find that soon you will see a whole world of opportunities that only Facebook has to offer. According to Zephyriah, which collects facts on digital marketing, Facebook has an estimated 2.3 billion monthly active users. That's billion with a B. And an estimated 1.66 daily billion, said that wrong, 1.66 billion daily active users. That's a lot of people. We're looking for new people for our clubs, right? It would make sense that is where we should go. Facebook is a very detailed, interactive learning platform that learns its users' habits, interests, viewpoints, and many other personal traits, and uses that information and that knowledge to send advertising in items of interest back to each user. Facebook will suggest your friends, your purchases, your activities, and people to follow based on where you click and the people who watch your pages click. It is Facebook's intention to learn everything they can get to know about you so they can suggest items for you to buy and new friends for you to find. Facebook monitors every keystroke in an effort to learn as much as possible about you. Facebook likes to display appealing posts to their members so that they enjoy their time on the app. As a result, they give more credit to posts that create user activity. Studies show that these activities provoke user involvement and users choose to watch them more frequently. For example, live video. When live video appears in a news feed, more people click on it than any other type of post. It would make sense if we want people to click on our posts, include live video. Now you can get live video either in person or even over Zoom. You can record over Zoom and post it on your page and thereby entice people to click on your posts. After live video comes pre-recorded video, followed by photos and text. So the more you include the items at the top of this list, the more clicks you'll get, and thereby Facebook will share your posts more often. It seems to me that it would be beneficial to post live video on a regular basis. Each of your posts should be aimed towards a target audience. A target audience are those people that you wish to attract to your club. In Toastmasters, a target audience would be the people who are looking to grow in their public speaking and leadership skills. There could be other targets too, based on individual club composition and on whether it's a public or a corporate club. All posts and advertising should be geared towards your target audience. Here are a few examples of target audiences. Some of these may apply to your club, some may not. The idea is to talk about and post items that would be of benefit to people scrolling through their newsfeed. These are the ones you want to target. Think about who you want to join. Think about your recent members. What reason did they give for joining? Here we go. What goals did the new members share with you that caused them to take action and join? What does Toastmasters offer to these new members? The answers to these questions will help you design a campaign that will reach your intended audience. Determine your actions with the goals in mind. Choose to purposefully target those that want to make a difference in their life, those that want to grow and learn and socialize and advance in their professional careers. A target audience are those people who would be interested in what Toastmasters has to offer. Those that would be open to action to achieve their goals. We need to spark the idea in their mind so that they will take the next step, which is action. We need to tell them what Toastmasters is. Believe it or not, some people still don't know. And we need to design our posts to show them what Toastmasters has to offer, to show them what Toastmasters can do for them, and to show them why they should act on the idea that you've now planted in their minds. There's 3 stages to the customer journey. And no, our Toastmasters aren't buying anything, but the same idea can be used when designing your post. We need to take them along this journey. This is where we need to start by making them aware of Toastmasters and what Toastmasters has to offer. The people out there who don't know what Toastmasters is don't fully yet know what they're looking for. And that's where the public speaking and leadership skills comes into play. We want to be sure that our posts are welcoming and inviting. We want to make sure that we instill a need in them to click on the link, because a click once will lead to clicks later. The next step is consideration. Now that the prospective member has clicked on your post, we want them to start considering what Toastmasters can do for them. We want to get them to think about the benefits of Toastmasters and what Toastmasters can offer. This is the step where we highlight the detailed benefits of Toastmasters. We need to show how we can help them improve their confidence, assist them with their speech writing abilities, and so forth. Suggest more detailed member benefits to all of us that we have seen and experienced as Toastmasters. Start planting the idea of what they can actually benefit personally from joining a Toastmasters club. Be sure to take extra steps now to explain if your club is online or hybrid, so those members who are sensitive to COVID can take the appropriate action and know that you're meeting on time. Make sure all the links in your website and your free Toast hosts work. Pretend you're a guest. Just click on them and make sure that it takes you where it wants to go. Send yourself an email, leave yourself a phone message, and make sure that guests won't have any trouble reaching the club. We are a professional organization, and we should write our posts as such. We need to be proud of our club and proud of the Toastmasters organization. If you're the VPE of your club, make sure that once they get to act, that the whole club helps you in recruiting these new members. The next step is the conversion, and we will work on that together. This is an example of a recent post I did for one of my clubs. One thing you need to keep in mind is that on your posts, all posts need to be in a PDF format, which is like a picture. And a lot of the resources that are on the Toastmasters website are not in, I'm sorry, I said that wrong, JPEGs. We need to make sure they're in JPEG format. And a lot of the forms that are in resources on Toastmasters are in PDF forms. So your question is, how do I get it from a PDF form to a JPEG form so I can post it on my website? This is an example of how I did that. I found this flyer to invite people to the club, and I completed it, and then I took a picture with the snipping tool. If you don't know what the snipping tool is, you're really missing out. Make sure you ask someone to find out. The snipping tool can help you take a picture of any PDF that you have, and thereby you can take it and post it to Facebook. It's a wonderful way to use the vast resources in Toastmasters and post them to Facebook. This one post here was clicked on over 1,200 times in a 1 month time period. That's a huge amount. I would encourage you to use anything from the Toastmasters resources. Number one, because it's fast. Number two, because it's pre-approved. And number three, because there's great professional literature there for us to use. When we're designing our posts, we want to keep our target audience in mind. We want to make sure that there's not too much text, because too much text will keep them scrolling. We want to use pictures and very few words to spark their interest. And also, repetition is key too. Not everyone is going to come check out your club after the first post they see. But once they click once, the next time you post, it will show in their newsfeed again. And the next time you post, it'll show in their newsfeed again. For me, it took me about 9 months before I actually took the step to go to a club. That's what you need, repetition. and you need to post on a regular basis, 2 to 3 times a week at least, and create entertaining and attractive posts and repeat them on a regular basis. Keep it interesting, as they say. I'm sorry, it looks like oh, there we go. Sorry, let me go back there. Now, reaching the community. How do you reach the community? Great question. When you post on your website, on your Facebook page, what happens is your post goes out to your friends, which is great. Your friends read it. Maybe they comment on it. That's as far as it goes. Reaching the community is something different. When you post on your page, if people comment on your page, then it gets spread out to their friends. And if they comment on it, it gets spread out to their friends. So here's the trick to the trade. When you post on your home page for Toastmasters, encourage your club to share that post to their homepage and then comment more than 3 words. I like to call this share to me and comment 3. What that means is teach your club that every time you as the VPPR posts, share it to their homepage and comment more than 3 words. That was a great meeting. What a great speaker. I had such a great time. Share to me and comment 3. What that does is that tricks the Facebook algorithm into thinking this is a really important post. And if the whole club does it, then what happens is it spreads out to their friends. And if those friends comment, then it goes out to their friends. Have you ever heard of a post going viral? That's how it happens. Comment, share to me and comment more than 3 words. That will spread your post beyond your wildest imagination. In addition to just sharing to your friends' posts, what happens is that that post gets picked up by other free community posting sites, and it will post it too. The first time I did this, I posted to one of my clubs, and it was about a week later, one of the members saw it posted on a free website. And she says, look, where'd this come from? I said, I didn't do it. It's all of you sharing to your homepage and commenting more than 3 words. We'll make it spread like wildfire throughout your friends and their friends in your community. You'll be surprised how many people see it. And the best thing about organic growth is that it's free, doesn't cost a thing. Go ahead and try it. You'll be surprised. Share it to me and comment 3. I was trying to think of a trickier word, but that's about as tricky as it got. I'm not an artistic person. So remember, post 2 to 3 times a week minimum. Make a schedule. It's really helpful because if you're like me and you get busy, you forget to post. But if you put it on your calendar, set yourself a reminder on your phone, you'll remember to do it. And action breeds action. Your posts will spread throughout the community and will be picked up by other people. Now here's another opportunity to consider boosting or sponsoring. It's called both. What that does is that's when you actually pay for your post to be spread throughout the community, to strangers, to people you don't even know. Posting costs at least $1 a day. You get full control over how many days it posts and who it goes to, but it's worth it. Or I think our clubs think it's worth it. Perhaps we post when we're having an open house or a contest or some sort of special event. So we boost it for $10, as long as it's in the budget, it's okay. So we boost it to our neighborhoods, and then it gets pushed out to people we don't even know. They don't have to be friends of friends. It just goes out to the community as a whole. You can set an age range, you can set a radius to where you are, you can set a zip code requirement. It's an option, and it's a great option because it does get your word out to other people. We used this for one of our open houses, and it went out to 2,800 people. We had 32 people in our open house. Some people we had never even met before. It was really a great opportunity. Any contests are a great time to boost because then they can jump in and see some really great speeches. But remember, if your club has an open house or they have a contest, share it to me, meaning share it to your homepage, and comment more than 3 words. You'll be surprised at the results. And then monitor the results. When you boost a post, you can see exactly how many people look at it, how many people read it, how many people click on it. You'll be surprised at the activity. If you do that on a regular basis, even if you're only spending $7, it will really pay off. You will see a lot more people attending your meeting. And change your posts frequently. As I said in the other slide, action breeds action. So if you keep busy on your page, a lot more people will notice your page, and you'll see a lot more activity in your club. And that concludes what I have for you. I know I went through that pretty fast. So I will open that up to questions. I know normally there's a lot of questions, so.
Excellent. If you will please raise your hand so that we don't have all of you talking at once, it would be greatly appreciated. In the meantime, we're going to post the evaluation on the chat. You may start filling that in whenever you're ready. Nancy?
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
So I have a question.
Sure, go right ahead.
Nancy, thank you very much for the presentation. We use Facebook all the time to boost open house ads. We've been running campaigns since 2018, and it's very successful. For about $25, we can reach 4,000 people within our neighborhood. The issue is that we cannot generate a list those who are interested to attend the open house. So we cannot contact them prior to that open house, remind them that the meeting is at 6 p.m. today, send an agenda. We cannot do that, and that has been our downfall. We do have people attending from that Facebook ad, but we would like to connect with each one of those people who said that they will be attending. At our last open house, 60-something people said they would be attending, and only 5 show up. It's a good number, but we'd have liked that to be much higher. Do you know of any tricks, tips, tools that we can use to address this issue?
Are you setting up your open house as an event?
It is an event.
Okay. And
that's how we were able to know who is planning to come.
Okay, because when you set up the event, you can set up reminders in the event. And those reminders will go out to them and remind them that there is an event coming up. And I believe that happens automatically. I don't think you have to choose to remind them. As soon as they say they're interested, it should email them. It should prompt them and remind them of the event coming up to it as it approaches.
I think what he's at. I think he is asking if you could set up a series of reminders, or is it just one reminder?
No, I think Facebook reminds automatically, days out and 24 hours out, but there isn't any way to capture their information. Facebook doesn't have it. Facebook doesn't log it enough so you can capture that information, unfortunately. I've not seen that. I could check into it further though, if you'd like. Would you like that?
Sure.
I think Julie has a question. Go ahead, Julie.
I just wanted to respond to Andy. If you put in your event, reserve your spot now, register here, and you have a registration for your Zoom, it will collect the email addresses of the people who register, whether or not they come to the
Oh, that's
event.
a great idea.
So
That's
always set
a
up
great
a
idea.
registration link on your Zoom instead of just going right into your club meetings, so that you can always capture the email addresses of your guests, whether they show or not. And then you can always follow up to the people who don't show and say, hey, we missed you, but here's another opportunity.
That's great. That's a great option. Mm-hmm.
Any other questions or tips or
just had a
insight?
question.
Are you able to email it?
I can email it, yes, if you'd like it in. If you'd like me to email it to you, put your email in the chat. I'd be happy to send it to you.
Whatever's easiest for you.
Email is probably easier because of the size of it.
While I have the floor to ask a question, what is the philosophy on putting the Zoom information on your Facebook post, like where they actually see the Zoom link? What's the deal on that? Because I just stepped into this position a couple weeks ago, so I'm new on that.
That would be so that they know that you're meeting on Zoom, because a lot of people are still not comfortable meeting in person. And sometimes people feel intimidated going to a room of strangers.
What
And a lot
I
of
meant
clubs
was,
a lot of clubs have experienced great growth since they've been on Zoom.
May I address that question, Lisa? Nancy?
Sure.
It is highly not recommended that you put the Zoom information public, simply because there are hackers out there, and I have experienced it twice, where they find it fun to go in and just go into your meeting and put porn. So you could be having a speech and suddenly, and there's no way for you to get out of it unless you close the meeting altogether and start again. So they've been doing that a lot with meetings. So this is why we now have a password, or before giving the information, the Zoom link, you know which email or who, so that you have a list of who is invited. So it's just safety.
so how do you tie that together? How do you advertise on Facebook and tell them that you're on Zoom? How do they end up getting the information of how to get there?
You give them the Zoom link without the password.
Hey, Claudia, if I could just really quick, when it comes to Zoom, I had just spoken about those registration links. When you have a registration link, everybody who registers for your meeting gets their own unique link to your meeting. That then kicks in the security controls for Zoom. If somebody does something like that, you can just knock that person out of the meeting and they won't be allowed in.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So setting
The
up
moderator
a registration link
can kick anybody
is
out.
great on so many different levels, and all of my clubs have registration links so that we can capture all of that information, as well as put those security things into place.
Or you can have them contact
Marjane?
me or your club president and just email them for the link.
So to Julie or to whoever, are you saying then that you put like this registration link on Facebook, or you just put something on Facebook that takes them to the Zoom and then they register?
No, you put the registration link into whatever you're advertising. So
Okay.
register here for your next meeting. It's not your actual Zoom link. It's a registration link that gives people the opportunity to register for that one meeting, or if you have multiple meetings put into Zoom, you can register for multiple meetings. Once you register, then the person who registered will receive a link that will take them into the Zoom meeting. But then if they have that link into the Zoom meeting, if shenanigans happens during the meeting, whoever is the monitor in the meeting can turn around and boot them out of the meeting, and they will not be allowed back in the meeting. So post your registration links, and then that's not a problem about giving out your own registration link to your own link to the meeting. It's much safer.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Julie. And thank you for that question.
Yes.
Do we have any other questions?
Just a comment. I know Pim is still in this meeting, and the district provided a $30 open house incentive. That incentive is not just for the purchase of food. It also goes towards boosting Facebook posts to advertise our open houses. Maybe Pim can comment on it.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Andy. Also, each division received $150 Facebook ads budget that they can use to promote their division. So please talk to your division director if they are not doing it. They have the money to do it.
That's right.
Excellent.
Good
Any
night.
other questions?
This is a quiet crowd.
Well, if there are no questions, we'll start singing again.
The biggest
Okay.
takeaway is share your posts, share all posts, even the district posts. Share it to your homepage and comment more than 3 words. And that will start it.
I have a question.
Teach your club that.
Excellent. Do we have the evaluation form on the link on the chat?
I can put it on there.
That'd be amazing. Thank you.
I'll put it on there for you.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead, Lauren.
Do you guys have any experience using that Facebook post scheduler? Is there any downfall to using that?
No, that's a great thing to use because, as I said, posting on a regular basis is the best thing you can do. So if you use that scheduler, then you can sit down one day and get all your posts done for the whole month if you want to. And then that way you don't have to think about it. And when it shows up in your own feed, that's when you remember to share it to your homepage and comment more than 3 words. So that's a great thing. And you can also copy your posts over to Instagram if your club has an Instagram page, because they're both owned by Facebook. So you can just copy it over to Instagram. And that way it'll post both places for very little effort. It really is a great thing to do.
Now, I just didn't know if there was any, if they coded it a different way for their algorithms or not.
No.
Okay.
They still prefer the live posts more.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
more you can do in live posts, the better, because that is proven that most people, if they see something live in their feed, like 95% of people will click on it.
Oh, wow.
That's why it's so.
Okay.
So when we had live meetings, we would like interview people. You always have that one club member who's never afraid to talk on camera. Go up to them and do a little interview with them. Why do you belong to Toastmasters? Why do you think it's beneficial? Why should people check it out? And do not a long video, but 30, 45 seconds, a minute. And you just spark their imagination so that they check it out.
I have a
Awesome. Thank you.
question.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Since it appears that we might have a few extra minutes before closing, Nancy, would you be able to share your screen and just show us some of your posts that you, and just maybe talk through the success? I know you showed a couple in the presentation, but other stuff, maybe just for us to see what some of the posts look like that you've been doing?
Sure, I can do that. What I'll do is, let me pull that up. Give me one moment. I will show you one that we recently did. Give me 1 second to get in there. One of the clubs I belong to is West Volusia Toastmasters, and we had a open house, and we boosted it. I'm sorry, my computer's going slow. Let's see if I can go there. Of course, it's not going to come up. Can everybody make sure they're muting? They're not talking. I hear somebody pounding on something. So where is West Volusia? This was one that we did. West Volusia Toastmasters had an open house on the 27th of October, obviously with the Halloween theme. And 11 people actually asked for information. 587 people had seen it. Our audience reached out to women more than men. More women clicked on it, 24%. And 11 people said that they were interested. So of course, there's nothing in the past 7 days because this was back in October. But there is another one, the one I was showing you before, that I leave up a lot. Let me stop sharing this one. The one I showed you in the presentation. Let me find that one, because that is, I know we only have a few more minutes. Need about 3 more screens. See if I can find it here. My kids laugh at me because I have so many screens, and I go, well, there's so much here to show. Let me see.
Excellent. While we're waiting for that to come up, please reach out to the chat and complete the evaluation form. We're almost ready to wrap up.
The evaluation form out there?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And this is the Facebook segment.
Yes.
Select the right one.
This is always fun when I post so many. It's always fun. Well, I can't seem to put my fingers on it, but the one that I showed that I just took from Facebook, from Toastmasters, and I filled in the information, and I just leave it pinned to the top of Facebook. So anybody who goes on Talk of the World Toastmasters can see right at the top when our meeting is and what the Zoom link is to get in. So that I just leave right at the top. So if anybody comes to the web page, they can look right at it and see exactly how to get to the meeting. And we've had a number of guests, so you never know what's going to spark their interest. That's why it's good to change it up and then watch what's popular.
Maybe you could drop the link for your Toastmaster Club in the chat, and then we can all just go look at our convenience.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Other questions?
So Nancy, just one more tip. Because
Yes.
the district routinely make posts on Facebook, we don't have to reinvent the wheel when we're posting. All we can do is share the district post because it's information that we can relate to and is important to us because we're part of District 84. So just like, comment, and share District 84 posts as well. That's already created if you're looking for content.
Right. Especially if it's really general, and if it's about our meetings, or TLI, they might not be interested in that. But a lot of what they post is just about leadership qualities and public speaking, and it's great information to share. Great. Any other questions? Got 2 minutes? No? Okay, you send the link for the next one. Claudia, do you have the link for the next one, or do you want me to post it?
Please go ahead and post it. It was posted, but apparently people are having difficulty getting.
Okay.
Okay, I believe everyone.
I'm saying right in this room, because this is the VPPR next. So I will stay right in this room, and I will post the links for any of you who are going into other rooms. That way you'll be able to get your link to the other rooms. So just give me 1 moment to post that.
And while she is doing that, let me say thank you very much, Miss Nancy Wilkins, for your presentation and giving us some insights, or more insights, in Facebook. Let us give Miss Nancy a round of applause for her awesome presentation.